cold. It's cold down here. That's why I'm always in these like long sleeves, because I'm recording this record in Erie, Pennsylvania in January and February. So yeah, it's freezing. I think the temperature's been like 12, feels like 5 or something crazy like that.
That's pretty cold, Zoe.
Welcome to week 2 of, I don't know what to call this yet, episode 2, video 2 in me documenting the making of this new record. Today, I thought I would talk to you a little bit about some stuff I've been working on for a couple weeks. Actually, the track is old. It's called The Needle Hits the Road. I started writing it a long time ago based off of an audio recording that I had done, and I had done it on this little guy right here. This little, I don't know if you can zoom in on that, but old school tape recorder. And I think I bought this in 2002. I moved from Austin, Texas to Los Angeles. I was recording just little song ideas or little snippets, or just trying to entertain myself really on that long drive. It's a good drive from Austin to LA, and you cross a lot of desert. And if you're doing it alone, you can get a little stir crazy, and that's definitely what starts to happen in this audio tape. I've been going through like a lot of these tapes and just old audio recordings, mining them for different moments. I think in the first thing I was talking about how a lot of this album is based around memories and dreams. In some cases, I'm talking about specific events that happened, and then in other cases, I wake up from a dream and then I hit record on this thing, and then I just like explain the dream. And so I took all those recordings, I brought them into Pro Tools, I edited them, and then the one that we're looking at today, The Needle Hits the Road, the song is kind of old. I created a song from it years ago and never really knew what to do with it. And that happens to me sometimes. Like I have songs that I've been working on for 20 years, and sometimes they just don't seem like they have a place. Like this one specifically, I kind of thought that maybe it was going to be a track in a musical about moving to Los Angeles or something like that. At one time, I had written a bunch of songs about LA. I think one was called Los Angeles is a Racetrack. 22 Stories Above was about these two buildings in LA that fall in love with each other, and they cause earthquakes so they can kind of come together. So at one point I kind of had this idea about creating like a rock opera about Los Angeles, and who knows, maybe someday I will. Over Christmas, I kind of got inspired to make this song what I think is probably going to be the first track of this new record, because it kind of sets a scene in a way that leads into the following song, and kind of opens up to the idea that there's a lot of stuff about dreams and memories and how how do I want to say this? How surreal memories can start to become over the years. Yeah, so in this song, you're gonna hear little samples of the actual recording from when I was driving. Now, I have to be honest, at one point I left LA. I wasn't sure I liked it. So some of this might actually be from driving back from LA to Austin, and then I decided, all right, I'll give it a shot, and then I came back. Here's the 2 cassettes that I was pulling stuff from for this song. One says move from LA. This one says Austin freak out time. It's really hard to tell from the recording like which way I was going. I know at one point I'm headed into LA because it's really clear. I'm outside of Indio, California, where Coachella is. But so yeah, I thought I would bring you into this track a little bit, give you a little listen, and we can talk about some of the imagery. Man, I wish I had like photos or video or something from that trip, but I'm glad I have the audio. And yeah, so I hope you guys dig this. I can't say that every week when I do this video that it's gonna go in like chronological order. It just so happened that I was working on what I think is gonna be the opening track for the album. So I've got a lot of that finished. It's not mixed. It's not, I haven't written any automation in or anything like that. So it's a little raw, and just keep that in mind. And yeah, I hope you guys dig it. What's up, you guys? This is Zach. Just want to let you know, if you don't care about any of the recording process and the plugins and all that jazz, there'll be little chapter markers down below. You can click that and then just go to the part where you can listen to the song. So now let's get into this track. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of show you some different parts. I recorded guitars, got some swelling guitars that I have done a little bit of automation on, so I guess I was lying earlier when I said there was no automation. These swelling guitars, I'll just kind of solo them so you can kind of hear. And I'm gonna show you my guitar setup in terms of how I've been tracking the guitars, how I've been recording the guitars, and yeah. This, I've got two tracks. One was with the Austrian Audio OD5, and one is with a Cascade Fathead ribbon. I like the sound of those two mics combined. This is with an ES135 going into a Vox AC15. Yeah, and on this track, I've got an Abbey Road vinyl plugin that is basically just giving it some stereo width and a little bit of wow and flutter to kind of give that stereo or vinyl kind of sound. And I kind of turned up some crackle on that as well, because the title of this song is The Needle Hits the Road, and it's a reference to the fact that at that point in time, Harvest by Neil Young was really one of my favorite records. Needle and the Damage Done is on that record, and I think I was probably kind of picturing just driving across the country listening to that record. Yeah, so that's it for the volume swells. Let's check out some of the guitars. We have some guitars here. I went for kind of a Southwest feel. I've got some tremolo on that guitar via the excellent Good Hertz trem control. All their plugins are awesome. They're tied in with the guys from Wolfpack, the band. Really good plugins. And then I've got an API Vision channel strip on there just because I love the sound of API on guitar. That's really all the guitars I've got going. Up next, I've got a piano track, and the company that the plugin I'm using for this piano it's called Teletone Audio, and this is the Postcard piano. I love the sound of this thing, just instantly vibey. Here is the way it sounds. And this is the 1974 preset. Missed my birth year by a year on that one. I changed it some. Just kind of dialed it in a little bit, took off the reverb that was was on there, and then added a reverb, the AKG BX20 from Universal Audio. I like this preset called Scary Piano. It fits for this song. So that's the piano. Really not going for like a pristine piano sound here. I wanted it to sound old. You know, I wanted it to sound like it was coming off of a recording from somewhere in the past. So, and then I've got some other stuff in here. I've got some just car noises, like this is the sound of a car going down the road. Here's an example of one of the vocal samples. So this is me in the car. You can see right there, Zach in the car. So here's what that sounds like. I've got some delay on that, and I think a little reverb.
Desert birds taking little bites out of my radio signal.
Here's another one.
An old fill-up station all dried up and out of gas. And a Volkswagen Bug exploded, burnt to a crisp.
I'm not doing much to that audio. That's the nature of these old tapes. They sound really janky. I mean, look at how tiny this thing is. I took the recording of that, I brought it into Pro Tools. I really didn't do much to clean it up because I wanted it to sound like a tape. I did add an LA2A just to kind of tame any peaks, but also bring up the volume. Or actually, this is the LA2 from Teletronics, and this is a super vibey compressor. Neil Young said that he wouldn't sing or have his vocals go through any other compressor, right? So it's got a lot of harmonic information that it adds. So there is a little bit of maybe distortion, harmonic distortion and coloration coming in from that plugin. Other than that, I've got it going into the Benson Echo Rec. This is a delay that was made really famous by Pink Floyd. David Gilmour used this delay for, just picture the like from the wall, that like that repeating guitar thing before we don't need no education, that song. So it's a unique kind of delay because the delay is produced by this disc that spins, and it's like the delay comes off of a disc, similar to a record player, but not really. And then we have just a more modern delay, the Waves H delay. I've also got that on the little vocal snippets that come in and out. Here's another one. Let's hear what this one says.
Driving as fast as I can, but the sun just keeps going down.
So yeah, let's listen to this track. It's not finished, but I kind of wanted to just show you guys where this was at. So I'm gonna just go ahead and press play now.
Station all dried up and out of gas. And a Volkswagen Bug exploded, burnt to a crisp.
Out west in America, the needle hits the road. Your favorite record is driving, your life's in tow. With eyes open, you dream of Los Angeles, a new life waiting there. people stare.
Driving as fast as I can, but the sun just keeps going down.
Locked in a dead heat with the sunset. Exit to exit, town to town. No matter how fast you drive, it goes down.
I hope you guys are having a good week. I hope you're having a good winter. Some weeks, I'm sure I will have more action in terms of me recording. To tell you the truth, I did record vocals last night, and I've been working on another new song called Deep Time. And so there will be weeks where you'll get to see more of an actual recording going on. But I thought it would be cool just to kind of show you a little bit of this concept of using some of the old recordings. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next time.